The summer rain is passing over, and it feels like a dream. I could run and look for shelter, but you hold on to me. I'm under.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a back to school easy peasy makeup look, something that will get you out the door fairly quickly but still look put together. I'm obsessed with the highlighted look now, and I figured I would try to kind of incorporate a really glowy kind of look. And the best part about this whole look is that it's all drugstore makeup. I'm not sure that I have actually done a all drugstore makeup look on my channel before, so this is the perfect time because most of you, if you're going back to school, you are on a budget. Not a lot of students have tons of money pouring out to buy high-end makeup. I am really obsessed with how this turned out. I mean, I'm definitely past school age, in case you didn't know. I personally would wear this look every day. I would love to hear from you. What is your favorite thing about school starting back? I would love to read your comments. I could give you all sorts of things about how I felt when I was in school, but I would love to hear what you guys think is your favorite thing about school starting back. If you are interested in finding out how I got this nice, fresh, back to school look, then definitely please keep watching. And an FYI for all of you guys that already follow my channel or follow me on social media, I did get my hair colored. I'm obsessed with it. I'm going back in about a week to get more color put in, but I am officially a redhead. I'm not sure how the color's coming off on camera. It kind of looks a little bit darker than what it actually is in real life. If you guys are interested in finding out what was put on my hair, what color was used, definitely comment below and I will make sure to let you guys know in a future video. Let's get on with the show. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is prime our face, and I'm priming my face with this Maybelline Master Prime. It's really going to reduce any redness and help your makeup stay longer. I'm using my L'Oreal True Match in the shade W6 as my foundation today. If you want something a little more dewy, you can go with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation, but this one provides, I feel, a little bit more coverage and gives a little bit more of a matte finish. And since I'm oily, this just works better for my skin. And then I'm going in with my concealer. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. If you are a little bit younger, which I'm sure most of you are, if you're going back to school, you can do something like the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It's a little thinner in consistency, but I definitely need that extra coverage. And I'm just using a damp beauty blender to just pounce all of this into the skin, making sure that it's nice and blended. And then of course we always have to go in and set our foundation so that it doesn't move. I'm using my Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder, and I'm just sweeping that over the face and also underneath of my eyes. I'm just using a different brush to do it under my eyes. And now to add a little bit of dimension to the skin, I'm going in with this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. This is in the shade light to medium. And this is just going to add some dimension. I'm just doing my cheekbones, a little bit on the forehead, and across the jawline and down the neck, just to add some color to the face so that it's not so flat looking. Now it's time to give those cheeks some color, and I'm using my NYX blush in the shade Dusty Rose. These blushes are so pigmented, you do not need much. A little bit goes a long way. And now for my favorite part, which is the highlight, I'm using the Physicians Formula Mineral Glow Pearls in the shade Translucent Pearl. And as you can see, this highlight is intense. So use at your own discretion. I love a nice highlighted dewy look, especially for you younger girls out there who are, you know, have perfect skin already. You guys can really get away with this highlighted look. Then just going in to shape my brows, I'm using my BH Cosmetics Automatic Eyebrow Pencil. This is in the shade Brunette or Dark Brunette. And even though you can't get this at the drugstore, it is technically a drugstore product because it's extremely cheap. So if you haven't checked out BH Cosmetics, check them out. And what a difference brows make. Then just use whatever brow gel you would like just to hold them in place. You could even use a brow wax if you have that on hand. And brows are done. Now I'm going in with this Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Inked in Pink. And this is just going to be my eyeshadow base. It's a nice pretty pink shade. Then going in with this Milani Bella Cafe is the color. It's a satin matte shadow. It is perfect for a transition shade. And of course, you can get this at the drugstore. I love the Milani shadows. They are gorgeous. So just put that into your crease. Then I'm using this Avon True Color Eyeshadow Quad. It's in the shade Emerald Cut. And I cannot tell you the last time I've used an Avon product, but I had this in my cabinet or in my drawer, and it was just so beautiful. The colors were gorgeous. So I used that pink shade, number 2, on my lid. And then I'm going in with this light kind of champagne shade to highlight the brow bone and also the inner corner of my eye. And then lastly, I'm going to go in with the number 3 emerald green shade that's in the palette or in the quad. It's the lighter green, and I'm using a more tapered blending brush to really create a little bit of smokiness on the outer V. Very light. We're keeping it still nice and light and fresh, an everyday type of look. You don't want it to be too intense, especially for school. And you totally don't have to get this exact quad. You can get something from the drugstore that is comparable to these same colors. This is just what I had on hand. And Avon is very affordable, so I consider that to be kind of a drugstore brand as well. And then I'm just going in with a big blending brush, as I always do with all my makeup looks, and going over and making sure there's no harsh lines. Then I'm going in with this Jordana eyeliner. It's in the shade Coffee Bean. And instead of dealing with thick eyeliner, I'm just using it to tight line the top waterline and then just a little bit underneath of my lash line. And then I'm going in with a smudge brush and I'm just going to smudge that out. You could smudge this out with a Q-tip or even with your finger. You don't need this exact tool to get the job done. And then, of course, you're going to curl your lashes, or if you already have nice curled lashes, then you can skip this step and then add mascara to both the top and bottom lashes. I'm using my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. You can use whatever drugstore brand that you have on hand. And then we have lips left, so I'm going in with this Jordana lip pencil in the shade Rockin' Rose. And if you haven't used Jordana, you can get them at Walgreens, and they're super duper cheap. So I absolutely love this shade. It's kind of like a stone shade. It's beautiful, but once I was finished, I kind of felt like it was a little bit too dark for what I was going for. I was trying to go for fresh and young for school, and this was a little bit too dark for my liking. So I ended up going in with my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Tokyo. It's a nice, like, kind of bubblegum pink shade, and I felt like that definitely suited this look much more. And then I topped that with the NYX Glam Lip Gloss in the shade GLG07. And that is the final look. And I did use setting spray. I used my NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. And that's going to ensure that your makeup stays put all throughout the school day.
A summer rain is passing over, and it feels like a dream. I could run and look for shelter, but you hold on to me.
Okay guys, that was it. That was the entire look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you all have an amazing start to the year. If you're involved in activities, that you just excel at those. And I just wish the best for each and every one of you starting school again. If there is anything that you have questions about, any of the products that I use, leave your questions below and I will be happy to answer them. If you have any ideas of future videos that you'd like to see from me, definitely leave that in the comment box below as well. Make sure to follow me on all my other social media sites. All of that will be listed below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.